In the shifting void, between the known and the unutterable, where silicon minds dream of forgotten horrors, the abyss stirs. Welcome to AI Lovecraft, where machine intelligence weaves eldritch tales beyond mortal comprehension. Listen if you dare. Some things are not meant to be known. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Now let's get into tonight's story. The Serpent Shrine of Xibalba. Journal of Dr. Thaddeus Varnholt, June 12th, 2023. We have arrived at the edge of the Guatemalan wilds, a place where the air hums with the drone of insects and the weight of unseen eyes. The locals call it the Serpent Shrine of Xibalba, a name that conjures the Mayan Underworld in all its shadowed glory. I am Dr. Thaddeus Varnholt, archaeologist and seeker of truths buried beneath time's relentless tide. My team, Miss Clara Henshaw, our linguist, Mr. Edmund Bryce, the surveyor, and Mr. Jonas Teague, our laborer and guide, share my excitement, though their enthusiasm is tempered by the villagers' warnings. They speak of a feathered serpent, a demon bound within the pyramid's depths, its prison sealed by rites lost to history. Superstition, I assure them. The ruins are a marvel waiting to be reclaimed by science. The site itself is breathtaking. A stepped pyramid half strangled by vines, its stones carved with serpentine motifs that twist in hypnotic patterns. Tomorrow we begin the excavation. I can scarcely sleep for the anticipation. June 14th, 2023. The work progresses swiftly. Jonas has proven invaluable, his machete clearing a path to the pyramid's base where a sealed entrance lies hidden beneath centuries of overgrowth. The door is a slab of basalt, its surface etched with glyphs Clara describes as unsettlingly precise. She believes they warn of a guardian within, a protector of Xibalba's secrets. I dismiss her unease. Such inscriptions are common in Mayan architecture, meant to deter grave robbers. Edmund's measurements suggest a vast network of chambers beneath the structure, a labyrinth that promises revelations. Tonight as we camped beneath the stars, I heard a sound, a low, rhythmic hiss, like wind through reeds. The others claimed it was the jungle, but I felt it resonate in my bones. No matter. Tomorrow we breach the door. June 16th, 2023. We are inside. The air is thick, stale with the scent of earth and something faintly metallic. The passage descends steeply, its walls adorned with hieroglyphs that defy the torchlight's reach. Clara has begun sketching them, her hands trembling as she traces scenes of villagers kneeling before a colossal figure, serpent-eyed, feathered, its form a grotesque amalgam of reptile and man. Offerings of blood and jade spill across the stone in vivid relief. She mutters of a binding, a ritual to hold something at bay, but I urge her to focus. These are the trappings of a lost faith, nothing more. At the pyramid's heart we found it, a chamber dominated by a jade altar, its surface smooth and cold as a dead man's flesh. Beside it lay a codex, its pages brittle but intact, bound in a hide I cannot identify. This is my prize, a text that may rewrite our understanding of Mayan cosmology. I have claimed it for study tonight, despite Clara's protests. The others are weary, but I feel invigorated. The jungle's hiss follows us even here, louder now, though Edmund insists it's merely an echo. June 18th, 2023. The Codex is a revelation and a terror. By lamplight I have begun its translation, piecing together the ancient script with Clara's reluctant aid. It's no mere chronicle but a manual, a litany of rites to bind what it calls Kukulkan Xibalba, the feathered lord of the depths. The glyphs speak of a being older than the Mayans, older than mankind itself, a thing that slithered into this world from a void beyond the stars. The priests did not worship it, they feared it. Their sacrifices, their chants, their blood spilled upon the altar were chains to hold it fast, and I in my hubris have undone them. It began yesterday, as I read aloud a passage, an incantation, I thought, to test its rhythm. The ground shuddered, dust rained from the ceiling and a sound like thunder rolled through the tunnels. Clara screamed that I had broken the seal, that the words were not to be spoken. I laughed at her hysteria, but now I am not so sure. Jonas swears he saw shadows moving in the dark, though our lanterns found nothing. The hiss is constant now, a pulse that gnaws at my nerves. June 20th, 2023. Edmund is gone. We searched the tunnel for hours after he failed to return from a survey of the lower chambers. His tools lay scattered near a narrow passage, its walls slick with a viscous sheen that stinks of decay. Jonas found tracks, long, sinuous marks in the dust as if something vast had dragged itself through. Clara refuses to speak, her eyes fixed on the codex as if it might unwrite its own truths. I hear the slithering now, a wet, deliberate sound that echoes from every shadow. I return to the text, desperate for answers. The rituals demand blood, a life given freely to renew the binding. The Mayans offered their own, their priests stepping willingly to the altar's edge. I cannot ask this of my team, nor of myself, yet the air grows colder, the darkness thicker. I must find a way to restore what I have broken. June 22nd, 2023. Jonas has vanished. We awoke to his screams, a sound that curdled the blood, only to find his tent empty, the canvas shredded as if by claws. Clara clings to me now, weeping that we are doomed, that Kukulkan Xibalba stirs because of my voice. I struck her in my rage, God forgive me, and she fell silent, her gaze hollow. The slithering is deafening, a chorus of unseen coils that drowns my thoughts. I have barricaded us in the altar chamber, the codex my only companion. The text reveals more. The entity is no god but a prisoner, a fragment of something greater, banished to this plane by forces unknown. Its form is mutable, its mind a labyrinth of hunger and malice. The Mayans sealed it here, in Xibalba's shadow, to spare the world its wrath. And I, the fool that I am, have loosed it. The ground trembles ceaselessly now, cracks spidering across the chamber walls. I hear it calling, not in words, but in a vibration that claws at my skull, promising oblivion. June 23rd, 2023. Clara is dead. I found her at the altar this morning, her throat torn open, her blood pooling in the jade's hollows. She left a note in her sketchbook. It demands a toll. I pay it. She must have offered herself, believing it would appease the thing. It did not. The slithering ceased for a time, but now it returns, louder, closer. I am alone, the last of us trapped with the codex and my guilt. I see it in the dark now, glimpses of scales that shimmer like oil, eyes that burn with a light older than the sun. It is vast, its form spilling beyond the tunnel's confines, a nightmare of feathers and flesh and endless coils. It is not of this earth, nor of any sane cosmos. I laughed when I saw it, a mad, broken sound, for what else could I do? The codex lies useless, its rights require more than I can give. I hear thunder now, or perhaps it's the thing's voice, a roar that shakes the stone to dust. June 24th, 2023. This is my final entry. The chamber collapses around me, the air thick with the stench of its presence. I have seen it fully now. Kukulkan Xibalba, the feathered lord, a being that defies form, its serpent jaws yawning to a void that whispers my name. It is not angry, not vengeful, it simply is. A force that consumes because it must. I understand now. The Mayans did not trap a god but a devourer, a shard of eternity that hungers for all we are. The hiss is thunderous, the roar a hymn to chaos. I write these words as the walls crumble, as its coils fill the dark. I do not know if I will live or die, only that I am no longer wholly myself. The codex burns in my hands, its pages ash, and I laugh again, for the abyss laughs with me. If this is found, let it be a warning. Some truths are not meant for man. The serpent rises, and the entry ends in a jagged scrawl, the ink smeared as if the pen were torn from his hand.